Hey guys, welcome to Rumble's Fishroom. So today we're going to do a bit of troubleshooting in the fish room. But before we get to that, someone on Facebook is trying to tell me that the airlifts in my pond don't actually make 12,000 litres per hour. So I'm going to take a quick video of the airlift running and me pulling it off. I'm going to take you guys along for the ride because I know you guys love my pond and the airlifts. And if you haven't seen my airlifts, I want to show you this. Alright, so you'll have to ignore the mess here, but the one I'm going to show you is running on the LP60. I actually do plan to run both LP40s, but I haven't built the pressure chamber for the bottom of these. Just me being lazy. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind, but we'll finish it one day. Alright, so here we go. So how many litres do you reckon that was, guys? I'll leave that up to you to decide. I actually have tested it, so I know how many litres it is. But drop a comment. I'm pretty sure I didn't tell you. Look at that. So that pipe's 90 mil. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide what you think it is. But basically someone was telling me that I'm dreaming. Let's have a bit of koi appreciation while we're here. I love my koi. As you guys know, I'm not too caught up in the whole quality thing. I don't really care. I just care about having koi. I get so caught up in the quality side of things with the cichlids. If I do it with the koi, it's going to become a very expensive adventure. But I'm pretty sure that the what are they? Senko or something? I call them snake, but I'm pretty sure it's like Senko. I'm pretty sure they're decent quality. The only thing I don't know is about like marking location. But like the contrast is good on most of them. But yeah, I'm not getting involved in that sort of shit. Anyway, I need to show you what we need to troubleshoot. Alright, so you ready to spot the problem? Oh, P.S. On Fishroom security, I want to put a deadbolt on this door, but I've got to take the door off and fix it first. There's water getting in the bottom somehow, so I'm going to take it off and reseal the bottom and plane this side so it's not so tight. Alright, ready? Spot the problem. Where's the lights? Hey buddy, turn on. Alright, so the lights aren't working. So what we're going to do, we're going to troubleshoot. I'm going to disconnect this sensor. I'm hoping it's the sensor. That sensor's not made for outdoors. Well, actually it would be, wouldn't it? I don't know. Anyway, so my brother-in-law is a Sparky. He's going to come over and bypass that for me. But he doesn't like being seen on camera, so we're not actually going to record the wiring bypass. Obviously I can't do it for legal reasons, so I'm sorry I can't vlog that little bit, guys. And I don't really want to vlog it either because I don't endorse DIY 240 volt wiring. Alright, so I troubleshooted a bit. It turns out that wiring on that light is what stitched me up. So the transformer is fried, no good. And then I started running sections off a little transformer I have. So at the moment I've got 3 strips running on a little, I think it's 2.5 amp transformer. This whole room draws 20 amps, so it's definitely not big enough to run the whole room. I had to cut some wires to disconnect some lights to just run one rack, because I knew this rack ran off that transformer, because this was the first rack that had lights, and the little transformer that's running on it now is the transformer that I had on it when I first built the room. So let's see how good. So this is what the problem was. Hang on, let's get this out. Alright, get into some light. So it's not going to focus. Those two wires there are what we're touching, and that's actually, I don't know, it looks like it's like melted. When they first touched, it must have melted the plastic, and then the other day I tried to tape it up so they weren't touching, but they must have touched again. And as soon as I cut this light off, that section of lighting started working. So from here on in, I'm going to repair this. I'm going to cut that off completely and rewire it myself. I'm going to tighten these cable ties so all the lights are rigid against the hooks. The lights that are here on these hooks, they're going to come off the hooks and get cable tied straight to the timber. I kind of want to screw them, but there's nowhere to screw because the light takes up the whole channel in there. I don't really want to try to screw that. I might be able to get one screw in the end, but I think cable ties would be enough. So that way the cables aren't getting pulled on or anything. But in other news, so with every low there seems to be a high. Now I've got a little light over here, and that's because these guys have bred again. So that's 2.5 weeks since they last bred, so that's cool. So this will probably be the last batch for them, so this is really exciting, but I'm finding it hard to get excited because the lights really shit me. I've like disconnected all the lights, tried to turn the transformer on, and it doesn't turn on at all, even with all the lights disconnected. So it is cooked. I'm going to talk to my brother-in-law. I'm going to put a new transformer in. I also want to look at putting fuses on the lights. I don't know how big the fuses need to be. I'll have to look into that. But right now, I need to figure out where I'm going to put these eggs, because we've got fry in that tub there. I don't really want to move that tub. I don't know what to do. Do I move them fish out of that tub and put them somewhere? I don't know. Leave it with me, guys, I'll get back to you. Alright guys, so quick update. I've pulled all the other flower horn fry out of this tank, and they've gone in this tub. They're big enough to survive in that water. The pond's only 26 degrees, so I'm hesitant to put, but I can't put small fish in there anyway because they'll fit through the holes. I'm pretty sure even some of these will fit through the holes, but that doesn't really matter at this point. If they're that small that they'll fit through the holes, they're probably a cull anyway. When I've got more time, maybe tomorrow, I'll separate these into size, smaller and larger, and then we can start selecting them a bit more. There's one on that side. How did that get over there? It can stay in there. That boy can eat it. I just pulled this boy out of that basket. I need to groom him a bit so I can sell him. He's completely pale now because he's been in the basket, but he was completely still in the basket, and like all of a sudden, straight out of the basket, he's nice and active, which is a good sign. So now these fry are going to go into that tank. I'll probably catch them in a bucket and then climatize them a bit, and then those eggs are going in there. And one thing, guys, these two don't fight. Like even now, I've been like, the last pair that I bred, after they bred, they just started fighting like mad and you had to separate them. It was like a real timing thing. These two are just friends all the time. Alright, so once again, I'm really sorry about the lighting situation. This sponge filter needs to come out now. Now, what I do with this sponge filter, I pull the base off and drop it on here. So this sponge filter turns into a 3-stack. I don't even know if it would work properly as a 3-stack, but I just want to keep that sponge cycled because it's constantly going from there to there and back. Where did I just put the top half of that? Put that up there. Did I tell you guys how disappointed I am that the lights aren't working? It's alright, but it's only $60. $60 isn't too much money. Alright, let's get some water into this. I'm going to climatize them. I think I already said that. I'm not going to film catching them. So, I've got the fry in here. I had a 4mm air line. If you're ever at Bunnings, do yourself a favour and grab some of these 4mm risers. They're so handy. I actually just pulled the one off the brine shrimp hatchery and I used that. So now I'm going to drain this, then I'm going to fill it up with water from that tank, and then I'm going to go into the house and get my dose of meth blue. I can't remember how much meth blue I need for this tub, so that you know what that means. That means I'm going to have to go back and watch my own YouTube videos on how to make my meth blue. Alright, so while we sort that out, I got a pretty funny lol for you guys. I hope the guy's not on this channel because I'm taking the piss. So that video you guys saw of the airlift pumping the water out, I posted that video straight away on the comment that this guy made that it doesn't make as much liters as I said, and he's asking me if there is a pump attached to the pipe as well as the airlift. People crack me up. You guys know I don't lie. 100% honest. It's 100% air. There's no pumps. I find that hilarious. So careful with this shit. It goes everywhere. I've been meaning to take this out to the shed and mix it in the shed because you see it's quite blue. Just like doing my drug deals really. I don't know why I've mixed this up first. I haven't even set the tub up. Really, I need the water to put the powder in first. But that's alright. We'll take this outside with us. Alright, so we're just filling the tub with water from the tank. Then we'll add the methylene blue. And I've got to find my air stone. It'll be floating around here somewhere. I'm going to divide these two as well, guys. I don't know if you've been paying attention to that pair, but he's not damaging her, but he just chases her the whole time. So I'm going to divide them and see if she drops her tubes. We're pretty much full here. Alright, so I told you guys after the second batch from TPS that we're moving on, and moving on I'm doing really fast. So that's my girl from Andy. So I have two goals with the flower horns. Goal one is to carry on Brett's line, which is TPS, which is the girl we just bred. Breeding her with Charles is moving forward with Brett's line, and I want to carry that on even though he's out of flower horns. I want to do that like in honor of him kind of thing. Now, somebody else who has given up flower horns is a guy named Andy. This girl is from Andy. So this is a line that he's worked years and years on. So now my goal is to keep his line going. She's going to come out. The lighting's absolutely horrible, guys. Hopefully with this light here, you guys can actually appreciate how nice my lights are. Because I'm really appreciating my lights right now when I don't have them. I don't know whether to try get a Transformer Sent Express post or just be patient. Alright, so now I've got the air stone in there. We don't need it to be that violent, to be honest. I can't find my I can't find my big long stick one. That one will be fine. We got our meth blue in the paper here. I love watching this go into the water. Now I've got blue fingers. Something about it just taking over the water I like watching. Alright, that's good to go. So batch one kind of strong. I'm not sure why. You're not going to be able to see anyway. But yeah, so from batch one, I was only lucky enough to get like 10 fry from it. But that's not bad. We'll grow the 10 out, and I'll get my main goal from the first batch is to get another breeder girl to breed back through Charles or breed with Elsa. I'm going to wrap today's video up there, guys. I'm just going to go feed my brine shrimp. It's getting pretty late, and I've got to make dinner and stuff. Sorry it's a bit choppy and changey, but literally as I recording was as it was happening. So much shit went down today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in the real life struggles of a fish room, hit subscribe. Like, I'm pretty transparent with you guys of what goes on around my fish room. I'll see you guys tomorrow. what have I got to do tomorrow? I don't know. I've got to go get a new photo for my license. I've got to go get some new long sleeve, long clothes for work. And there's one more thing, I can't remember. But maybe we'll do a vlog after those things, because obviously you guys don't need to see me get a new photo for my license. My missus told me I should cut the stash off for the photo because it stays on my license for years. But, it's a license photo, who cares? You're never going to look great in it. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.